Louis Hartmann grew up in the shadow of his idolized father, a renowned private investigator. His childhood, once filled with the heroics of Detective Comics, shattered the day his father was murdered by the Gravedigger. The serial killer left behind a gruesome signature, victims completely drained of blood. While the police leaned toward the supernatural, claiming only a vampire could perform such a feat, Louis remained a staunch skeptic. He lived by a strict code. Real crimes happen in real life, and for every mystery, there is a rational human explanation. Convinced the authorities were incompetent, Louis donned his father's detective cap and swore to hunt the killer himself. A month into his grueling investigation, Louis stopped at a local cafe owned by a woman named Adelina. Though she urged him to rest and care for his health, Louis remained fixated on the case. It was there he encountered a group of eccentric strangers. A sharp-tongued boy named Arn Noontote and his assistant, the vampire-obsessed noblewoman Lin Rian Weiss. Upon overhearing them attribute the murders to vampires, Louis's temper flared. He confronted them, barking that vampires and heroes belonged only in comics, not the real world. His frustration only grew when he learned they were from a rival investigative agency. He fled the cafe, nearly colliding with another member of their party in his haste. Later, Lin found Louis sitting by a garden of white flowers belonging to Adelina. Though he initially rejected her help, viewing it as mere pity, Lin revealed a shared tragedy. Her own father had been murdered in the exact same manner. Bound by their mutual quest for vengeance, Louis reluctantly agreed to share information. Despite their alliance, he still dismissed Arn and Lin as Chunibyo frauds, until Lin pointed out a chilling detail at a crime scene. The victims hadn't been bitten. Their blood had been squeezed out by immense physical force. As Louis sifted through the evidence, he focused on a handkerchief his father had been clutching at the moment of his death. It was a memento of his late mother, but as Louis recalled his father's advice to observe the smallest details, he noticed something strange. His father had used his own blood to color specific embroidered flowers on the fabric. The dying message was clear, and it led Louis straight back to the local cafe owner. Louis confronted Adelina, only to find her watering her white flowers with human blood to turn them red. With her secret exposed, Adelina dropped her friendly facade, revealing herself as a witch. She confessed that her accomplice was an earth golem, a creature capable of the crushing force that had squeezed the life from the victims. The confrontation took a dark, sudden turn. Before Louis could react, the golem attacked, fatally stabbing him. As Louis's life faded, Arn finally intervened. Consuming a vial of blood, the boy transformed into his true form, the adult vampire king. With terrifying ease, Arn dismantled the golem. As Louis lay dying, his skepticism finally crumbled. He was forced to admit the supernatural was real. To grant him the chance at the revenge he so desperately craved, Arnie's other assistant, a necromancer named Amy, reanimated him. The episode reached its grim conclusion as the newly undead Louis executed Adelina, finally avenging his father before being laid to rest. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for part 2.